Wall Street worried the far left is hijacking the Democratic Party, from ultra-liberal blogs giving candidates marching orders to the extreme left pushing positions on the war against terror. Why some investors have real concerns. Hi, everyone. I'm Brenda Butner, and this is Bulls and Bears. Is Wall Street worried that the far left is hijacking the Democratic Party? Let's find out in the trading pit. So, Hillary Clinton trotting out that whole vast right-wing conspiracy charge, John Edwards and the rest of the Dems caving to far-left blogs, canceling a Fox-sponsored presidential debate. Add to that calls to close Gitmo, even as this terrorist confessed there to planning 9/11 and much more. Charles, is Wall Street worried?
I think Wall Street is absolutely worried. Not only Wall Street, but I think the Democratic Party should be worried, too. It's amazing how all these candidates are pandering to the left, except Hillary. Sometimes she panders either way, whichever way the wind is blowing. But Wall Street is worried because we're talking about protectionism, higher taxes, increased regulations. Of course, Wall Street is very concerned.
But, Scott, Wall Street is also pretty smart. And usually, if the extreme of any party pushes the full party to that extreme, they don't get elected.
Well, sometimes Wall Street's smart, sometimes they're really stupid. But in this case, I don't think...
company accepted.
Of course. Wall Street is not afraid. Wall Street is not afraid of this. The Democratic Party should be afraid because the extreme elements of the Democratic Party run the risk of alienating the moderate Democrat and turning their vote to a moderate Republican, and that would be a win-win for Wall Street.
Gary B., you worry that the Dems are making a big left turn?
No, I'm kind of enthusiastic about it. Here's why. You know, with assuming Hillary Clinton and Obama are their two front runners, they're two of the most liberal senators in the Senate, not to mention two of the most liberal Democrats. So, you know, I just can't remember the last time someone that far left won the presidency. They might win the nomination. In fact, one of those probably will win the nomination. But America normally votes to the center, you know, even if it is a Democrat. And that goes back to, you know, people like Kennedy and Clinton. They were more centrist than ultra-left liberals.
Yes, but in the primaries, almost always, you got to go to the extremes, Toby.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking Eugene McCarthy here, you know, would be sort of the last time you had somebody this liberal out there. Yeah, you know, the Republicans are probably crying in their beer about this, that this real sort of ultra-liberal is coming out here. But I think, you know, the other thing the Republicans have to want is they want to see a little turn in the Iraq War thing. If this surge and other things start to do well, then the real trump card of the ultra-liberal, which is let's pull out of that place, that goes away. Now you take that away, and you're looking at guys who want to raise taxes on everybody who's making money, that want to take everything out that's made this economy work, and I think they're going to die a slow and ugly death.
Pat, is this on the radar screen of investors?
I don't think it is, actually. I mean, the subprime mess seems to be what's on everybody's mind, worrying that it's going to cause some kind of financial meltdown, which, contrary to some doomsayers, it's not. I mean, that's a pretty small issue. The real worry is whether these issues we're seeing in the subprime market spill over into the larger part of the mortgage market, which is folks who are in the prime market, who have decent incomes. And if they start defaulting and you get a real weakness in consumer sentiment and consumer spending, well, that's a real danger. I don't think it's a large one, but I think it's worth worrying about, far more so than whether somebody on the far left or the far right takes the presidency.
Well, you know, Pat makes a good point. He's talking policy here, but a lot of policy, Rebecca, is at stake. We have taxes, we have the pro-business environment. Does that frighten Wall Street?
Well, I think Wall Street, all of this still needs to shake out. I mean, Wall Street's probably at a wait-and-see mode like the rest of us. You know, I don't think that the liberals are going to hijack the Democratic Party because the Democrats are going to say, hey, we need to make sure we get elected here, so we cannot go that far to the left. Hey, I think Pat is very lucid now that he has twins, because Wall Street's more concerned about the subprime mortgage problems. There are more tangible things that they're worried about right now than what's going to happen down the road.